Good evening. Welcome to the November 28th Lebanon Board of Works meeting. Our first order of business will be the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, move on to the roll call members. Madam Clerk, call roll, please.
Mayor Gentry.
Here.
Becky McClure.
Present.
Bill Stoner.
Present.
Dick Robertson.
Here.
Alan Milburn.
Present.
Thank you.
Okay, now we move on to the approval of the minutes from our last meeting. Are there any changes to the minutes? Okay, we entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Make a motion we approve the minutes.
Motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Minutes are approved. All right, on to department head reports. First up is Police Department. Chief Morgan.
Good evening, board members. Since our last meeting, the Lebanon Police Department has responded to 565 calls for service, and a total of 14 people were arrested for the following crimes. 7 for operating while intoxicated, 4 were wanted on a warrant, 1 for battery, 1 for possession of meth, and 1 for theft. In that same time frame, LPD took 42 crash reports, and a total of 2 handgun carry licenses were sent on to the state for final approval. On to training, officers Andrew Hampshire and Tyrese Griffin completed the hostage and negotiation and crisis intervention training in a class hosted at LPD. Both of these officers are on our crisis intervention team, what we used to call the negotiators that would respond with our SRT team. I would like to thank the Boone County Fairgrounds for allowing LPD to train on their facility. We did EVO training, emergency vehicle operations, and stops training. The training consisted of a mock pursuit that ended in a traffic stop where the officers got to work on their tactics on traffic stops and some of their driving skills. Finally, our officers are continuing their state mandate training that we have to do every year. Some of the training that they have to do is mental illness, de-escalation, endangered adults, human trafficking, domestic violence, child abuse, hazmat, bloodborne pathogens, then plus our mandated hours that we have to get for firearms, physical tactics, and EVO. So they're working on getting that wrapped up before the end of the year. That's all I have.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions for Chief from the board?
Nope.
Anything from the public? Yep. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Next is Fire Department. Chief Batts.
Good evening, everyone. Since the last Board of Public Works and Safety meeting, Lebanon Fire has made 125 emergency calls of service, logged 241 training hours, and completed 33 commercial inspections. LFD has started a pre-application process. This process will run from November 1st through December 1st. Applications can be accessed through the City of Lebanon's Fire Department's Facebook page and also the City of Lebanon's website. LFD once again is participating in the Myrtle Bailey Boone County Toy Drive. Residents can drop off toys to Station 11, located at 975 Lasley Drive, and Station 12, located at 18 East Anderson Lane. That's all I have this evening.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions for Chief from the board? Anything from the public? Thanks, sir.
Thanks.
Next is Parks and Recreation. John Messenger.
Good evening. All Christmas lights are complete in Memorial Park and downtown. The Christmas tree downtown will be lit up Saturday by Santa, and I think the mayor's going to pick a child out of the crowd.
No, Santa does that.
Santa's going to pick it out. Okay, no pressure. There you go. During the Christmas parade. That's
Can't
great.
make a big guy mad, you know?
That's great. But that'll be Saturday after the parade gets downtown. Allison Thomas and I attended the IPRA conference in Indianapolis 2 weeks ago and gained an abundance of knowledge. Took away a lot of great ideas and knowledge of trends happening in the parks and recreation in Indiana. It is also a great opportunity to network and help strengthen our team. And I did a speaking engagement. You know how I hate this stuff, and I got outside my comfort zone, but it went well. Had about 40 people in there, and they were all entertained, to say the least, but it was really nice. Excuse me?
What did you talk about?
The parks, everything that we're doing here. We had one of the biggest crowds of all of them, believe it or not. And I know Avon built that big water park over there, and they had 4 in there, so 40 compared to 4. Not that I'm competitive or anything, but needless to say, it was fun. Got outside my comfort zone. It was a good time. Our maintenance crew is still cleaning up a couple more properties. I think we have the arboretum, another one to mulch the leaves. And then we have scheduling training in classes in Purdue in the winter. They'll receive training on spray license, playground inspection, CPO, pool for the pool certifications. Also lifeguard recertifications and all that, and that'll take place at the end of December. Thomas has stepped up to the plate so he can actually train our lifeguards. Going to be a big savings, and also really works out very well when you have 60 employees out there, so that's going to work out well. We welcomed 2 new babies to the Park family this past week. Caleb Skank and his wife Casey welcomed a baby girl. Renly Jane and Taylor Orr and her husband Cody welcomed their second child, a baby boy, Crew Roberts. So Taylor had theirs on Thanksgiving, and Caleb beat him in that little race there a couple days, and that's Caleb and Casey's first. So real happy for them. All healthy babies. They're all at home, and real happy to see the Park family grow. Park programs, Boys and Girls Club hosted their El Gravy race this year on Thanksgiving Day. Race had a pretty good turnout, Rob, wouldn't you say? Pretty good. A little less than what you wanted. You wanted 5,000, and I think we ended up with a little over 300. I think Zionsville had quite a number over there, well over 2,000 if I'm not mistaken. Our second year into it, so that's pretty good. 300. Clues Brews was nice enough to open up. Matt Reynolds and his wife volunteered and took care of that in there, and appreciate that a lot, Matt. But it was really nice, nice weather. Race started and ended downtown, and also went through Memorial Park. Christmas in the Cabin. And the Christmas parade will take place, as I said earlier, this Saturday on the 3rd. Christmas in the Cabin will run from 9:30 to 12:30, and guests can visit with Santa and Mrs. Claus, enjoy hot chocolate and cookies served by Countryside Christian Church and Maker Craft. There will also be carriage rides, which unfortunately are booked up for the weekend. The Christmas parade will start at 6 p.m. in Memorial Park. The parade will make a loop around the park and then head downtown, where Santa will be dropped off to light the Christmas tree. The parade will then come back up East Street and end at the park. If you're interested in signing up for and entering a float in the parade this year, contact us. We still have open registration. We're working with Main Event Carriages to schedule evening carriage rides so patrons can see the Christmas lights lit up. Tentatively, we're looking at December 16th and 17th from 5 to 9, and there will be an official posting as soon as we find out. I think they're looking at the forecast and everything there, but I think that'll be something nice. We'll try it out this way and see if we can bring them downtown next year. And there again, parks won't receive any of the monies. All the monies go straight to them, just to see how it works. I think it'd be really nice to do an evening event. That's all I had.
Thank you, John. Any questions for John from the board? Anything from public? Okay, thanks, sir. Next is Engineering Department, Ken Krulik.
Thank you. Good evening. Engineering report for this evening. Later this meeting, we'll have a lot of bid packages opening up. First and probably foremost on my mind is resurfacing programs for next year. So we'll be opening that up. Remind everyone, there's 12 projects included in the bid package for this year. Bids were due today at 3 o'clock. I know Tanya's got a stack of them up there that we'll be cutting open here in a minute and reading those. Excited about that. There's also a stack of bid packages related to the 2023 Street Department supply bid package as well for their materials. Other projects around the city, Whit Road Bridge, we are now, tomorrow we will be 120 days into liquidated damages, still pushing every day to get that project wrapped up here before the end of the year. As of about 20 minutes ago, I do have a paving schedule now. I'm happy to report we are scheduled to pave on Thursday, the 1st. Do not have a schedule for the concrete pours on the bridge railings. Forms are up, rebar is all in place. We're just waiting on concrete availability, which still seems to plague that contract, or more particularly our contractor. The Whit Road project, remind everyone, the federal aid project for 2027, scheduled to reconstruct Whit Road from Lafayette Avenue to just north of Austin Drive, scheduled for letting in July of 2026. It's roughly a $6 million project. We're waiting some approvals from NDOT on our LPA contracts before we can commence work with our consultants on that, but that should be coming any day now. We are also going to go ahead and submit Phase 2 for 2028 federal funds. That call is out and due at the end of the week. Financial commitment letter is on the council agenda for later tonight to finalize that grant package. Other bridges, Elmwood Bridge, our only other bridge, I should say. Work is getting ready to get started on that. The road closure was put in place today. All the detour signs are up. We have inspected the 4 adjacent surrounding properties for any structural damages, any structural concerns that may be a factor as we begin pile driving on that project. Happy to report we didn't find any significant issues that is a cause for concern. We've also installed some ground vibration monitoring equipment to look at the vibrations as they travel through the ground as we begin work on the project. Demolition is scheduled to start tomorrow, followed by riprap placement, which will happen tomorrow and the day after. They'll get their pump around set up for the creek underneath the bridge. Crane delivery comes in early next week. We'll begin setting up and assembling that crane and getting ready to pile drive on December 9th or 10th. And then that is the real reason why we are doing the vibration monitoring. The rest of the work is relatively low impact, but obviously driving piles into the ground is something that we want to make sure we're monitoring carefully and not adversely affecting our neighbors. But all that piling should be done in 1 to 2 days, and then the crane will get tore apart and hauled out, and then the rest of the work is much more light duty after that. Working with our friends in the town of Ulen and as well as the Elmwood neighborhood to make sure that goes off smoothly. And so far, we're day 1 and everything's in good shape. Grant Street project. Essentially, we're in our winter shutdown. Utility work that we thought would continue through the winter, the contractor has chosen to delay that until February or March before they get started on the road construction phases. Phases 2 and 3, remind you, next year. Phase 2 is the east half of the road. Phase 3 is the west half of the road. We'll keep traffic northbound open at all times. It will divert and detour southbound traffic. And then Phase 4 is the intersection of Williams and Ann. That'll be done next summer after school breaks there so that we're not disrupting the Central Elementary traffic any more than we have to. Good news, we had a great meeting week before last with CenterPoint Energy, formerly Vectren, and they are now going through options examining the vacation of the high-pressure gas main that runs down the fronts of the front yards of the homes on the east side of Grant Street. So hopefully we'll hear something shortly, but they've already asked for detailed schedules so that they can try to fit that into the contractor schedule before they are on site in the spring. So fingers crossed. I don't have a commitment from them yet, but it seems like they have found a way to, with a small out-of-city installation, be able to abandon that gas main. So don't have any more details than that, but happy to hear that that is in the works. Grant Street Phase 2, another federal aid project for 2027, actually scheduled for a letting in July of 25. We're just awaiting our LPA contracts there, but that project is really teed up and ready to go. We're just pausing slightly so we can take advantage of the federal aid. Fordyce Street, just around the corner, also tentatively scheduled for 2024 and 2025 construction. At this point, all of our right-of-way acquisition is complete, barring the school property, which we're working together with them on exactly what that right-of-way will be needed to include for their entrance maneuvers for their school. Lebanon Utilities is also, as many of you know, been working on Fordyce Street over the last few weeks. I'm told that laterals are expected to, on the sanitary sewer replacement, the sanitary laterals are expected to wrap up middle of this week. Testing and inspections are supposed to be closed out by Monday. They will then flowable fill the old sewer and begin asphalt patching, and by the end of next week, all that should be complete and that back open to full traffic. Big Four Trail, another project we're opening bids here shortly is the rural section of the Big Four Trail. We'll be hopefully having some good results on that here shortly. Since Mr. Derek Warren is in the room, I want to thank him for all the work he's done on the urban section and the rural section for that matter. This project has really been in his hands, and I can't thank him enough for all the hard work he's put into pulling this off. So, thank you. East Street, kind of a similar project, but I'm throwing that into the Big Four Trail expansion. We're doing the lighting on East Street. Pole bases are expected to be on the ground this week and be installed after they arrive, and lighting is scheduled to go up early December. If you've not been on the urban section of the Big Four Trail or Southeast Street, I highly recommend you go look at it. All the lighting and landscaping is in. I would say go look at it at night, maybe after this meeting. If you cruise down that way, I think we've had really nothing but positive feedback from the lights that have been installed there. So, Stone Eater Park, just wrapping up a few things there. IDEM has notified us that they expect action from them in early December. So I was hoping to have an update for this meeting, but was not able to get any input from them at this time. But hopefully I will have that before I go before the Parks Board, their December meeting, to give them an update and request they approve issuance of an RFP which this body has already authorized the issuance of. So hopefully we'll be issuing that RFP sometime before the end of the year, but we'll see how things go. And then a couple other updates. The Price Legal Drain project associated with the regional detention, regional conveyance, that is scheduled to extend and replace the Price Legal Drain from the upstream end of the sanitary ditch on the west side of the CSX Railway, under CSX, under State Road 39, into the field east of 39, and creating some temporary swales that will be used for projects, several projects, but obviously the project at top of mind is the Field House project. The city and the county have both agreed to enter into an MOU associated with that Price reconstruction. Drainage Board hearing was set by the Drainage Board last week, and that will go before the Drainage Board on December 28th at 10:30 a.m. if anyone is interested. And 2 weeks ago, on the 14th, the RDC approved a $1.75 million funding appropriation for that project. Amendments to the city's regional detention and regional conveyance ordinances will be forthcoming in January. Riley Road widening, still working through that. Consultants are wrapping up preliminary designs, surveys, right-of-way engineering, and should be out first quarter of '23 to start acquiring right-of-way for us so we can complete that expansion, which is one of the projects listed on the 2023 resurfacing program. Elizaville Road Drainage Project, no small project, but we do have consultants now looking at doing surveys and working to create some solutions for some of the standing water that we see along the south side of the Chadwick neighborhood along Elizaville Road. On the inspection front, since the last meeting on the 14th, we've completed 5 SWIP inspections, addressed 13 drainage complaints, completed a lot of GIS stormwater mapping, and done 4 right-of-way inspections. Work is still progressing. I think contractors are still fighting the weather, trying to get as much work as we can. Project like Cedar Ridge Section 2, projects like the Noble Street project are all trying to get projects and roads paved by the end of the year, which is a lot to have happen in the next couple of weeks. But they're keeping Scott busy, hopping back and forth, making sure things are going well. That's all I have.
Thank you, Kevin. Any questions for Kevin from the board? Anything from the public? Sir?
Thank you.
Next is Planning Department, Ben Bontrager.
Good evening, board members. Construction activity continues around the city as we enter into the winter months here. Over the last couple of weeks, we completed an additional 97 building inspections, which, considering 2 of those days were a holiday, means over 8 days we did 97 building inspections. So again, very, very heavy activity on the construction inspection front. We did issue 25 new permits over the last couple of weeks, with 3 of those being new single-family home permits. So again, still seeing good activity on the single-family front. And one of those permits was also a new industrial building too. So again, good construction activity. We expect that to continue throughout the winter. On the code enforcement side, again, as you're aware, once we start hitting the winter months, we do slow down a little bit, certainly on the grass and weeds and some of the things like that. So some of the investigation activities and new issues are down a little bit from what we typically see over the summer months, but again, still strong activity taking place there, and really making sure we're geared up for the spring season once we get to there. So a lot of good activity going on. We expect to see a lot more of the construction permits being issued over the next couple months. The field house project, the building itself, we haven't issued the permit yet. We expect that to go out hopefully anytime, and we'll start seeing things go vertical in that building. The Bel Canto Apartments just south of there, they're also getting through their last of their drainage reviews and approval, and we expect them to start construction here within the next month or so as well. So we do expect those activities to continue throughout the winter. That's all I have for you this evening.
Okay, thank you, Ben. Any questions from the board? No. Anything from the public? Thank you, sir. Next is Street and Stormwater Department, Dave Newell.
How's everybody doing? We don't have anything since we ain't been plowing, but no, we've still the same stuff, keeping our catch basins clear of debris, which is with the leaves now, just they're not frozen, so that makes it a lot easier. Keeping the easements picked up with trash. We will be doing some pothole repairs tomorrow, so the plant's still making some hot mix, so that's our goal tomorrow. Update on the new street department. Crews are still working on the building, and progress is being made. It's looking pretty good, so if you get a chance, go out there and check it out. The brush truck was out last week, and it will be out this week. So we finally got that back out of the shop. Leaf season's in full swing. It's kind of slow right now, but it's still going. This plans to be our last week, so we got to switch. All those trucks are plow trucks, so we just need to convert them over before we get caught not having them converted over. So that's the plan for that. So definitely have your brush out there, and we'll pick it up. We did have a tree come down Sunday, so is one on Hoy Avenue, so it really it's a railroad side tree. A lot of those are dead, but landed on the power line, so thanks to the utilities, they cut off power line, and we just shoved it off the road and picked it up today. So worked as a team with them, that was good. I want to thank Bill Stoner. We received an F-550. I think we picked it up last week.
Good.
Yep, and everything was great. Truck's great. We're getting it, everything came in, so we're having it decaled, waiting on that, and we're ready to roll. We're ready for winter. So that's all I got.
Okay, thank you, Dave. Any questions for Dave from the board? Nope. Anything for the public? Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
All right, and last but not least, Communications and Community Development, Joe LePage.
Hey everyone, good evening. We now have a completion and launch date for the Text My Gov feature. It's been kind of an arduous process. The latest training session took place today. As we get closer to the launch of Text My Gov, you'll see marketing materials coming out in print, over social media, in physical form. We have some flyers that we'll probably put around the city as well. It will also be on the city's website, and there'll be, as you go to the city's website, there'll be a widget where you can click and sign up for the Text My Gov feature. To backtrack, what is the Text My Gov feature? It's free to participate. Notifications will go out to folks via cell phone, text message, in a variety of different topics. One, citywide alerts, so general breaking news alerts coming right to your phone. City notifications, meetings, open houses like this one and the one coming up through NDOT. Lebanon events, there are a lot of events throughout our community, downtown and otherwise certainly. We have a great parks department, so there'll be parks happenings. And so kind of some of the things that I take notes when we have these Board of Works meetings. And so a lot of that content will be pushed out via text message coming right to folks that are willing to sign up for those updates. And finally, Lebanon projects. And so when talking about paving and the Whitrow Bridge, for example, the paving is going to happen on Thursday, there'll be a text alert that'll go to your phone if you sign up for those updates. Again, free of charge to do. We're looking to roll that out on December 18th to better communicate and do that effectively with our community. And so looking forward to moving forward with that. Video work, just continue to work on the Lebanon Police Department's promotional video. It's kind of a two-pronged approach there, both to celebrate the things that LPD does, but also to help use it as a recruiting tool. And so last week we were out, some may have seen out at Admiral Longley Park, we shot and staged some things for the CSI portion, kind of set up a crime scene, a makeshift crime scene, if you will. Earlier today, I want to thank Officer Tommy Nash for allowing us to work with him and his canine partner out at near the training tower, the fire department training tower, to be able to get some good footage there. Also detectives and more, all of the different things that make up LPD are going to be highlighted in this video, and so it'll be a comprehensive deal. And finally, the city website, the improvements are now complete, so I want to first apologize to everyone trying to access that site while some updates were being made. It was kind of difficult to navigate on the front end for folks that were trying to get on the website and see things, and equally as frustrating for those of us who update the website and trying to make some improvements and keep the public informed. And so big thank you to Sandy Solutions to help navigate us through that process, and so looking forward to having it hosted, this website hosted in a more robust way. And so the website, those updates are complete. The information is now updated, and you'll be able to see that real time, whether here on the network computers, if you are Wi-Fi here in the building, but also remotely as well.
Thank you, Joe. Any questions for Joe from the board? Nope. Anything for the public? Thank you, sir. That concludes department head reports. We'll move on to old business. There's nothing on my agenda for old business. Is there anything from the board?
Nope. No.
Okay. New business then. First item up is a sidewalk patio request from Total 5 Distillery at 126 West Washington. Brad Clover? Or Culver, sorry, apologize.
Hello, how's it going?
Oh.
All right. What we're trying to do is a small patio deck on the west side of the building on right off 39. It's there's 13 feet between the building and the road, so the deck planned is 8 feet wide and runs about 50 feet along the middle of the building, and that's 120 feet from one end to the other there.
Okay.
So,
do you have an overhead of it? If you put on that overhead, or you can actually put it right there, and they can put it up on the screen for everybody.
I think that.
The Elmo machine right
sorry.
there?
Yeah.
Yep.
so that's one. So this space here is the drawing of it. I grabbed the wrong folder. I had an expanded one of it, but you can kind of see what it would look like from across the street. And then this would be kind of what it looks like from above. So this is it here, obviously.
Is there a door on that side currently?
No.
No.
Nope. So we're working with the Historic Society on getting the approval for that.
Yep.
So 2 garage door sets and 2 exterior doors. One that's not shown on this because it's not part of the actual deck. But yeah.
How much easement is there?
It's 13 feet wide. That's all part of the easement, as far as I understand. And we've discussed with DOT about this project, and they've given us approval to use the space. I have all that in email. I sent it to Kelly. I don't know if it's been forwarded along to people that need it, but
I didn't get it.
Okay. Are you wanting to put up a stationary fence around, little fence around that area?
directly around the deck, yeah. So that The street slopes down there, so the deck would actually be slightly elevated. It'd be about 6 inches on the south end of the deck and probably closer to 1.5 feet on the north end. And so definitely would need a railing around the outside just to, for safety's sake.
So what's the sidewalk width now?
The sidewalk width is 13 feet.
13 feet?
Yep.
You want 8 feet?
So,
Yeah, including the railing though.
Excluding the
so
railing.
it would leave 5 feet, which is the same as what we did on Clues, and we try to shoot for that from an ADA perspective
Yeah,
too, so.
my only drawback is it's on 39, and people drive through there pretty fast, and,
It is right by the stoplight though, too. But
well, I know there's a stoplight there, but when it's green, they're going.
that's true, that's true.
What's the
That's my
distance?
only drawback, is it's on Lebanon Street.
I don't know if there's a lot of
And I
people
realize
walking,
that's the only spot that could really put it as well,
I
but
don't know if there's a lot of people walking north though, on that stretch, right?
do I?
I don't know if there's a lot of people walking north on that stretch there though,
Yeah,
right? That's my only thought on that too.
yeah.
But what's the distance between where you want to put up the fence and 39?
5 feet.
5 feet.
Only 5 feet?
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Well, that's the ADA requirement that we have, so.
That's what it is over Clues.
It's the same as Clues, correct?
Where's the state right of way there?
Yeah.
Derek, you've been involved with this, you want to, or Kevin wants to? Yeah.
We've dealt with the state and sidewalks and what their right-of-way is, and for years now, and they claim basically that their jurisdiction is from curb to curb. Even though the sidewalk is in their right-of-way, they leave that to the local municipality to maintain and decide how to use. So in this case, been working with the applicant. They got the approval from the state just to make sure that the wind didn't change directions and the state was going to start regulating it, so wanted that in writing, which the applicant received. And just to, cross all the Ts and dot the Is, I said, let's come to the Board of Works, get Board of Works permission as well. And then we'll be going to the Historic Preservation Commission Thursday evening for approvals for the new doors and the deck on that side. Very similar process to the Clues Brews application.
We're not putting a canopy above it.
No canopy above this one. Yep.
Yes, this is just strictly just a kind of a elevated, slightly elevated deck situation with a railing and all that, so.
Yep, and 5 feet is, as the mayor mentioned, is the ADA requirements. You can actually squeeze that down, but city standards that we've always followed is just 5 feet, because you end up with passing zones and all kinds of crazy stuff. So if you just do 5 feet, you don't have to worry about any of those caveats.
Good.
Well, and I'd say too, if NDOT's okay with it, I mean, I don't see it having a hard problem with mine. I mean, normally, they're the fun suckers.
Their
so
road.
If it's their road, they're okay
their
with
road.
it, so.
Their road, that's right.
So would entertain a motion then to approve the sidewalk patio request pending HPC approval? Is that fair?
Subject to the APC approval?
The Historic Preservation,
Oh,
just so it would be approved as long as they approve it as well, so. Anybody want to make that motion?
I'll make a motion, we approve subject to the Historic Preservation Committee's approval.
We have a motion to approve, is there a second?
I second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? That is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, bid opening, 2023 Street Resurfacing Program. Kevin Krillick.
Thank you once again. Mentioned this earlier, but we are opening, first bid package, we are opening. First bid opening is for the 2023 Street Resurfacing Program. As I mentioned earlier, there are 12 projects that are associated with that. We grouped this into two essentially phases. We have a base bid phase with an engineer's estimate of roughly $500,000, and then we've got alternate phases that's roughly about $200,000, about $705,000 is the total. And we do that in the base and alternate with individual projects individual project itemized bids so that we can right-size the project based on funding needs. This also then is contingent on a community crossing application, which should be an announcement any day now. Most years, they're done well before we get into December, but that's creeping up on us. So without further ado, 2023 street resurfacing programs, sorry. We have a number of these. No particular order. These are all sealed. I'll open them and read them aloud, and then we'll evaluate them for a recommendation at your following meeting. First bid package is from Baumgardner and Company Asphalt Services. What I will read for you is the base bid and then the total alternates. The base bid is $649,853.25. And the total, sorry, we'll get to the alternate packages. Total for the alternates is $256,646.70. That is from Baumgardner and Company Asphalt Services. Second package is from Calumet Civil Contractors.
Who was that again?
Calumet Civil Contractors. Again, the base bid is $772,000.00. $772,000. And the alternate total is $311,110.00. $311,110 for Calumet Civil Contractors. The next package is from Reith Riley Construction Company Incorporated. With a base bid total of $931,091.09. Again, that is Reith Riley for $931,091.09. The total alternate bid is for $432,681.57. Again, $432,681.57. Reith Riley. The next package is from DC Construction Services. Base bid, $600,692.33. Total alternate package, $276,873.87. $276,873.87 from DC Construction. Next package is Howard Companies. Base bid, $594,493.60. Again, Howard Companies, $594,493.60. Total alternate bids, $256,542.10. $256,542.10. Next one is from Midwest Paving. Base bid, $685,624.10. Again, Midwest Paving, $685,624.10. Total alternate bid, $279,789.60, 60. $279,789.60. Let me make sure. Those are all the bids I have for the 2023 resurfacing program.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. We will review those bids, make sure that they're complete and responsive, and then we will award at our next meeting, which will be December 12th at 7:15 PM. Okay, next is 2023 street supplies.
Thank you. 2023 street supplies. So these are material supplies that cover stone, gravel, sand, other materials for the street department, as well as miscellaneous concrete patching, concrete replacement, asphalt patching and replacement. First package I have is from Wilson Contracting LLC. I'll remind you that on these bid packages, they're able to bid on a single product in the supply list. They do not have to bid on all packages. So again, more is involved in analyzing these. On the itemized form from Wilson Contracting, it looks like they've submitted on two unit prices, and that is for concrete sidewalk removal and replacement at $11.85 a square foot. Concrete ADA ramp removal and replacement at $1,200 each. Next package is from Triangle Asphalt Paving Corporation. There's a number of these here. They've submitted a quote of, a bid, of $6.25 per gallon for liquid bituminous material. NDOT number 11 surface. This is removal and replacement of NDOT number 11 surface at $134.25 per ton. NDOT number 11 surface, I'm sorry, skip that, they did not submit that one. NDOT number 8 binder, including removal and replacement at $120 per ton, 120.00. NDOT number 9 binder, including removal and replacement at $122 per ton. And they also submitted on 2-inch asphalt milling, removal and disposal of material to a 2-inch depth, $9.75 per square yard. Those are the prices from Triangle Asphalt Paving Corporation. The next one is from Central Paving. Okay. They have only submitted for MWS Winter Mix material delivered to the city at $125.50 per ton. Next one is from Milestone Contractors LP. They have submitted the following unit prices. Number 11 surface material to be picked up by the city of Lebanon at $75.50 a ton. NDOT number 8 binder material to be picked up by the city at $69.75 per ton. NDOT number 8 binder picked up by the city at $71.50 per ton. And MWS Winter Mix picked up by the city at $150 per ton. MWS Winter Mix delivered to the city at $163 per ton. And that is all. That is all I have for the material supply bids.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. Those bids have been received, and we will review those for completeness and responsiveness, and award that at our next meeting on December 12th at 7:15 PM. All right, next up, bid opening for the Big Four Trail Rural section.
Thank you very much. I have 3 bid packages submitted for the Next Level Trails Big Four Trail Rural section. First package is from Calumet Civil Contractors. With a base bid total of $2,371,000. 2371000.00 from Calumet Civil Contractors. Next package is from Reith Riley Construction Company Incorporated. With a total of $2,276,325.26. 2276325.26 from Reith Riley. And the last package I have from Morphe Construction Incorporated. $2,872,000 and $0.00. 2872000.00 from Morphe Construction.
That's it?
That's all I have.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin. Those bids have been received, and we will review those for responsiveness and completion, and we will award at our next meeting on December 12th. Okay, that concludes what I have for new business. Is there anything from the board? Okay, we'll move on to claims. Entertain a motion concerning the claims.
I make a motion, we pay the claims.
A motion to pay the claims. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Claims are approved. Any announcements or discussion? Okay.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Bill. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? We are adjourned. Our next meeting will be December 12th at 5:30 PM. City Council starts at 7:15.